Sorry about that, everybody. Welcome back to the kitchen. We're about to start what we call the chili moni, is what we call it in Romania. And Roma or Gypsy, however you really want to call it. It's a tomato-based sauce. It's like I said, it's like a gravy. We're going to take our small pot, because I'm making a very small one, not a big one, just so everybody knows. And I want you to see how it is. And so that way, if you want it yourselves, you could do it. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off with our pot. Now, the tomatoes right now are on the barbecue pit and they're starting off really, really good, which is really nice because you want the tomato skin to fall off. That is the goal. So, we are going to take some light olive oil, put it in our pot. We're going to take our one small chopped onion and put it in. And we're going to let it fry up. We want the onion to fry, to caramelize, so when we put the tomatoes in, we are going to smash them in like as if you were making mashed potatoes. Because what happens is you want the juice out of the tomatoes that's on the barbecue pit. That's going to make the gravy. Also, because tomatoes off of a vine or out of a garden are extremely watery, because of when you rinse them and you flavor them, they become extremely extra with water and the juices. So what happens is you could chop your zucchini up, you could chop your eggplant up. I personally like to scoop out the insides of them, which I will demonstrate for you very shortly, to make this a little thicker. Believe it or not, the eggplant and the zucchini, even squash, I totally forgot about my squash, so you just have to forgive me on that one, add the flavor as well to the tomatoes, and it makes it thick. So it's like a gravy, basically. You could use the chili moni sauce for anything afterwards, honestly. You could put it on hot dogs, you can put it on a kielbasa, believe it or not, you can put it even over pasta, one of my favorites. What I like about everything is it kills the acid in the tomatoes with the eggplant and the zucchinis with all the other vegetables. So you're not adding any sugar or anything to make the acid neutralize. There's what I'm looking for. So we won't be using that at all. So we have our onions frying. Alrighty, so let's wait on that for a second. I want these to caramelize a little bit before we add in our garlic. So while these are caramelizing, I'm going to go get some basil. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm chopping up my basil, my cilantro, my parsley. These are all fresh. I prefer that way because it adds more flavor to the sauce, is what it does. So we're going to put that like that. You could use curly parsley, you could use Italian parsley, you could use whatever kind of parsley your little bit of heart desires. I highly recommend it. The fresher the ingredients, the more flavor it does add, the fresher the taste, and the nicer zang you get with it. I don't think flavors that you want, you can't really get with it. Chives is another good one to put in it that's nice and fresh. So yeah, you definitely want that. Onions are almost browned, which is a good thing. As you can hear, them nicely frying up. Okay, now we're going to add in our garlic. Now, the other seasonings, you could add them in if you want. I'm going to add a little more oil to that. Fry it all up. Also, what I like about cooking on an open flame, which is a barbecue pit without propane. I'm using fresh charcoal in my barbecue pit because to me it adds more flavor to the food. Something about a charcoal steak and the vegetables being cooked on an open flame, it makes the flavor come out so much more stronger. So I hope you're ready to go check our tomatoes and our veggies. Let's go check them out. This is going to be fun today, huh? The fun you guys get to learn about my crazy cooking as I do this all day long. This is called the fun part of Punky's Day. Tomatoes look pretty good. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, our garlic and our onions are just about done. Tomatoes are pretty much ready. When they get as mushy like that is how you truly want them. That's the good part about it. Eggplant's almost ready as well. How about that tomato be a little more mushy? This one's coming off the pit. So is this bad boy. And that one's going right there. Zucchini do take a little longer because they're a little more harder skinned than the eggplant. But when you're definitely doing it, oil them face down and on top. That's how you get all the seasonings on it. I'll be back with our meat to go on it. I am back. Okay, now, normally, as everybody knows, the guys usually do the barbecuing. But if you're like me and you enjoy having fun in the kitchen and aggravating everybody at the same time, I recommend enjoying your barbecue and your own food. So we're going to take the ribeyes. I like thin ribeyes. I don't like the thick ribeyes because it takes too long to cook on the barbecue pit. Everybody does like a big ribeye. I don't think it's a good piece of meat, honestly, to have that big, because with all the viruses going around, It takes too long to cook. And ribeye should be medium rare. Not rare, medium rare. Sirloin tips. As you can see, with the meat that I'm putting on, all the flavors, all the seasonings that I pre-mixed is actually already on them. They don't have to be seasoned that much with the sauce. I don't think I would cook the sauce because the meat was in it, even though we washed it before we cook it and season it. Yes, I know. I should be wearing gloves even though I'm doing this. Yes, I do wash my pit down every time after I use it. I don't scratch it, I just wash it. I take everything off of it. The coating. Now the meat is on there. We're gonna close it up for a minute. One more check for our zucchinis. Ooh, those are pretty good. See you in about 3 minutes.